Picture this, Saturday morning, downtown Austin, 2025. Mark, 38, senior software engineer. Pulling to $120K a year, decent shape, no kids. Finally lets his buddy talk him into a coffee date with a 31-year-old marketing consultant named Kaylee he matched with on Hinge. They meet at a trendy spot. She orders first some 5-word oat milk vanilla cold foam monstrosity that rings up at $17.48. Mark doesn't flinch. He's thinking, fine, first date, I got it. He grabs his black drip, total bill $22 something. Hands the barista his card. Kaylee looks at the screen, smirks, and says loud enough for the entire line to hear, "Wait, that's IT. You're really gonna let a girl like me drink a $17 coffee and not even offer to Venmo me for it? That's giving." Broken energy. The barista freezes. Two college girls behind them start filming. Mark feels his face catch fire. He tries to laugh it off. She doubles down. "No, seriously, my time is expensive." Men should just know that by now. Within 30 minutes, the video is on TikTok. 8 million views. Caption: "When he thinks a $17 coffee is enough for a baddie in 2025. Comments: "Bare minimum king, red flag, run queen." Mark deleted his dating apps that night. 6-figure salary, 0 criminal record, solid guy. Publicly executed over $17. If this can happen to him in broad daylight, in front of strangers who will took her side instantly. Tell me again how safe you are in 20 to 5. Welcome to female entitlement on full display. And brother, we're just getting started. Society still feeds you the Disney script. Women just want respect, equality, and a partner who listens. That's what HR training, talking head therapists, and your blue pill buddies repeat like gospel. Meanwhile, in 2025, the actual script running on every phone in America is completely different and nobody says it out loud because the second you do, you're labeled toxic. Open TikTok right now. Top sound, some 24-year-old in a crop top lip-syncing. A man who can't afford to spoil me can't afford me, period. For 0.7 million likes. Stitch responses, women laughing. This is the bare minimum in 2025. Not one dissenting comment in the top 100. Instagram bios, goddess, 50/50ths is for roommates, acts of service equals love language, spoil me. I'm worth it. Translation, your money and attention are the entry fee, her effort is optional. Hinge prompts, the way to win me over is pay for everything without complaining. I go crazy for a man with a black card and no opinions. Dating me is like winning the lottery, but I keep the ticket. They don't even pretend anymore. Equality was last decade's marketing slogan. Today it's equality when it benefits me. Traditional when it benefits me more. You pay for the $300 dinner. She pays for her half of the therapy session where she cries about feeling unsafe because you asked her to chip in for gas. And it's not the top 1% of models demanding this, it's teachers, nurses, baristas. The girl next door with 3,000 followers and a Cash App in bio. This is the default operating system now. Fringe in 2019, mainstream in 2025. Ignore it and you're not old school. Brother, you're tomorrow's cautionary tale. Because the rules changed while you were busy trying to be a good guy. Here are the 7 markers that scream entitled louder than a Lambo exhaust in 2025. If you spot even 3, run. 1. It's giving low value if you don't. She says, it's giving low value if you don't. Fly me out for the second date. She really means, your entire worth is measured by how much you spend on me. Before I've invested a single calorie in you. Effort from her side, optional. 2. Men should just know, she says. A real man just knows how to handle everything without being asked. She really means, mind reading is now your job description. If you fail the pop quiz, you're abusive and broke. 3. Weaponized therapy speaks as a weapon, she says. I feel unsafe when you question my needs. She really means, disagreeing with any demand equals emotional violence. Shut up and open your wallet or you're the toxic one. 4. The bare minimum inflation, she says, paying for dinner. And Uber's is literally the bare minimum in 2025. She really means 1950s provider expectations plus 2025 princess privileges. 0 1950s loyalty or cooking in return. 5. The Venmo Cash App test on date 1. She says, "Can you send me $60 for getting ready? Hair and nails aren't free." She really means, "I'm interviewing you for a job you didn't apply for, and the application fee is non-refundable." 6. My time is expensive. She says, "My time is expensive, so you need to make it worth it." She really means your time, hobbies, sleep, and goals are worth exactly 0 compared to her boredom threshold. 7. The loyalty double standard. She says, "I'm allowed to have guy friends and orbiters. Jealousy is insecure." She really means your full commitment is mandatory the second you pay for anything. Her options stay wide open until a richer, taller upgrade appears. These aren't red flags any more than neon billboards with arrows pointing straight to financial and emotional bankruptcy. In 2025, every single one of these is celebrated, stitched, and dooted by millions of women who swear they deserve it. And the scariest part, most of them actually believe their own propaganda. Spot 4 or more on this list and you're not dating, you're being harvested. Those 7 giveaways didn't sprout in a vacuum, brother. They're the direct spawn of a dopamine-fueled machine that's been fine-tuned to reward entitlement, like it's the 8th deadly sin to not demand the world. Scroll Instagram or TikTok for 5 minutes in 2025, and you'll see it. Algorithms that don't just amplify outrageous tasks, they straight up manufacture them. It's a loop where attention equals validation, validation equals cash, and cash equals more power to demand even harder next time. Start with the basics. Every like, share, or comment floods her brain with serotonin. Post a reel demanding high value. Men only know broke boys applying, and if it hits 500,000 views, she's not just viral. She's a blueprint for the next 10,000 women copying the script. These high-value man reels, they're everywhere. Picture a 26-year-old in lingerie. Caption: if he's not booking flights on date 2, he's low-value trash. Queens deserve kings who pay. 2.3 million likes, duets from influencers. Stitching in their own lists, bare minimum, $500 weekly allowance, emotional labor free. What you think is a joke is a TED Talk on why you're disposable if your wallet creaks. Then there's the shaming videos, the real venom. Viral TikToks where she films a date walking her to her car without tipping the valet. Pav, he thinks $100 dinner covers chivalry in 2025. Run, girls. For 0.1 million views, comments, section a chorus, yeses, protect your peace. Algorithms push it because outrage equals engagement. Men comment defending, deleted. Women pile on, boosted to For You pages nationwide. One clip from last month. A guy hesitates on a $150 handbag gift after 3 dates. Her response: cheap energy exposed. Next caller. 1.8 meters views. Sponsors sliding into DMIS for brand deals on empowerment courses teaching the exact same playbook. And the money, that's where it gets predatory. OnlyFans earnings reports from 2025 paint the picture. While average creators scrape $150 a month, the top 1%, mostly women peddling goddess treatment fantasies, pull $100,000 plus monthly. Sophie Rain, $43 million in a year. Iggy Azalea, $30 million plus. Bella Thorne, $37 million. These aren't outliers. They're the algorithm's golden children. Tease on TikTok. Behind the paywall, how I train my subs to worship properly. Boom, subs spike. Demands escalate. That $48 average spend per paying fan. It's not for content, it's tribute to the entitlement empire. She earns by shaming low-effort men into overpaying, then uses the clout to demand it offline to contrast what you were taught. Build real connection with the reality. Social media's rigged casino where the house always wins. And the house is her ego. Every like and retweet trains the next wave of women to expect even more tomorrow. Ignore the game. And you're not playing You're the Mark. But pixels are abstract. Algorithms are one thing, watching it destroy real men hits different. Let me tell you about 3 guys who learned the hard way. Let me take you into the trenches, because numbers and checklists hit the brain, but stories rip your heart out and make you remember forever. Story 1, Alex, 34, project manager in Denver. Matched with Lana, 29, yoga instructor, 110K Instagram followers. On the first date, she picks the rooftop sushi spot, $300 before tip. He figures, okay, investment. She posts the receipt on her story with heart emojis and the caption when he knows how to treat. A queen. On the second date, she wants a weekend in Vegas, flights, suite, shopping. He hesitates. She ghosts, then posts a viral reel. Men who can't afford my lifestyle shouldn't swipe right. Stay in your tax bracket. 3.4 million views. Alex still gets tagged by Rondos calling him broke boy a year later. He's off dating apps, drinking too much, and pays a therapist $180 a session to be told he has anxious attachment. Story 2, Mike, 41, married 12 years to kids, house in the suburbs. His wife joined a high-value women Facebook group in 2023. By early 2025, she's quoting it daily. I'm the prize. You need to court me like we're dating again. Suddenly the chores are unequal emotional labor. Date nights have to be 5-star, and gifts under $500 are thoughtless. He works overtime to keep her happy. One Tuesday he comes home to an empty house, served at work that morning. Reason on the papers? Lack of pursuit and failure to make me feel chosen. She kept the house, the dog, primary custody, and half is for 01K. He lives in a studio now, sees his daughters every other weekend, and she's on a girls' trip in Tulum with the new guy who actually spoils her right. Story 3, Richard, 52, divorced once already, thought he'd learned. Meets Jade, 29, full-time influencer. She love-bombs him hard, daily texts, future talk. Calls him daddy. 6 months in, she's moved into his paid-off lake house, driving his Tesla, running up $9,000 a month on his cards for content. He thinks it's love. Then the fights start. You're smothering me, you don't support my brand. Real men invest in their woman's dreams. One morning he wakes up. She's gone. Took the Birkin collection he bought her. Drained the joint account he stupidly opened. And posted a tearful TikTok about escaping a controlling narcissist. Comments call for his address. He lost $340,000, his credit score, and almost put a pistol in his mouth before a buddy dragged him to the gym and made him watch these exact videos, 3 different ages, 3 different bank accounts, same script. The pain is identical: betrayal, humiliation, financial bleeding, and the soul-crushing realization that being a good man was the very thing that made them targets. These aren't exceptions, they're the rule playing out in slow motion all around you right now. And the price keeps climbing higher every single year. You think if you just give her what she wants, the demands stop and peace returns. That's the lie that keeps good men chained to the slaughterhouse table. Start with the wallet. CDC and census data in 2025 show the average divorced man over 40 loses 73% of his net worth in the first 3 years post-separation. Not split loses. She gets the house up 42% in equity since 2020. The kids, child support calibrated to his peak earnings, and lifetime alimony in half the states because she sacrificed her career. He gets a 1-bedroom, Roman, and a second job driving Uber at 2 a.m. to cover the $3,800 monthly garnishments. That's not an edge case. That's the median outcome now. Mental health. Men's suicide rate has spiked 61% since 2019, with the sharpest jump in the 35 to 55 bracket, the exact group most likely to be married or freshly divorced. The CDC quietly updated the numbers last quarter. Married men now kill themselves at triple the rate of single men in the same income bracket. Why? Because compliance doesn't buy love. It buys resentment from her and contempt from the system when she finally leaves anyway. Custody courts in 2025 are a farce. Fathers get primary or 50/50th custody in only 11% of contested cases nationwide, down from 18% a decade ago. Judge's still default to mother is the natural caregiver, while ordering him to bankroll her new lifestyle. Miss one support payment because you lost your job? Jail time. She hides the kids for a month. Slap on the wrist and a lecture about co-parenting. You comply to keep the family together, and the hidden invoice arrives later. Depression. Bankruptcy. Estranged children who've been taught you're a deadbeat, and a bottle of Jack every night just to sleep. That's the real cost of believing happy wife, happy life still applies in 2025. You don't have to pay that price. You just have to learn to spot the trap before she ever gets close enough to spring it. You don't need 3 dates or a private investigator. 60 seconds of attention now saves you 6 figures and 6 years later. Do this exact checklist and you'll filter out 95% of entitled women before you ever buy her a drink. 1. Social media scan to 15 seconds, open her Instagram or TikTok. If the first 10 posts contain Cash App links, soft life only, Birkins, private jets she didn't pay for, or captions like invest in me or lose me, close the app. Next. 2. The follower-to-following ratio test. If she has 8,000 followers but follows 312, mostly other women, and celebrities, she's farming attention, not building relationships. Hard pass. 3. Friend group vibe check. Look at who she tags and who tags her. If every friend's profile is CEO of manifesting, high-value queen, or constant girls, trip flexing while trashing men, you're looking at a hive. 1B. The whole colony. 4. The first message or prompts can exact phrases that are instant ejection seats. Spoil me. I deserve it. 50/50. This is for friends. My love language is gifts when it's the only one listed. Know your role. Any of these equals swipe left or unmatch immediately. 5. The coffee order or plan test. First 30 seconds in person. Suggest a simple first meet, coffee or a walk. If she counters with I don't do cheap dates, drinks minimum, or I only meet for dinner, smile. Say good luck out there and walk. You just saved $300 and 3 months of headache. 6. The compliment deflection gives her a genuine, non-wallet related compliment. You have a great laugh. Entitled women either ignore it or pivot instantly to thanks. But you should see the bag I want that would match my energy. Normal women say thank you and reciprocate. Run these 6 checks and you'll dodge the landmines 95% of men are still stepping on blind. It feels cold at first, but it's cheaper than therapy, alimony, and sleeping pills combined. Spotting is step 1. Protecting yourself is step 2. Here are the non-negotiable rules for surviving and thriving in 2025 and beyond. You're not cynical. Brother, you're finally awake. Here are the non-negotiable rules that turn you from walking ATM into the selector. Live by these and watch the entitled evaporate before they ever get a foot in the door. 1. Money stays separate until rings and paperwork. No shared accounts, no joint credit cards. No adding her to your lease or car note temporarily. Her name goes on exactly nothing until she's proven loyalty over years, not weeks. 2. First 3 months you invest time, she invests effort. Dates are low cost or Dutch until she's planning, cooking, or showing up with real reciprocity. If she balks at a $12 coffee walk after you've taken her to 3 nice dinners, you've got your answer. 3. Cohabitation is the ultimate trap. Avoid it or structure it like a fortress. If you ever let her move in, she pays market rent into a separate account you control. Or she stays on a 6-month lease in her own name. No exceptions. 1 foot out the door keeps her honest. 4. Prenup isn't negotiable, it's hygiene. Frame it early and positively. I protect everything I love, my kids, my business, my peace of mind. Signing this just means we never have to fight over money if life changes. Any pushback or tears? Bullet dodge. 5. Vetting sequence, 90-day probation, 6-month observation. 2-year final exam, first 90 days. Consistency, respect. Sexual exclusivity from her to 6 months. How she handles your boundaries when she's mad. To full years, watch her around your money, your family, and other men. Only then do you even think long-term. 6. An abundance mindset is your shield. Keep options, keep lifting, keep earning, keep your passport ready. The second she senses you're replaceable, the demands drop 80%. Never let her think your world ends at her doorstep. 7. Zero tolerance for disrespect. Immediate next. One eye roll about your wallet, one public humiliation, one joke about you being broke in front of friends, and you vanish. No second chances. Your peace is priceless. These aren't nice to haves. They're oxygen in 2025. Live them, and you'll look back at today as the day you took the red pill and actually swallowed it. Follow these rules, and you'll look back at today as the day you dodged the biggest bullet of your life. By 2030, the demands that shock you today: $17 coffee, $500 first date, will sound like sweet, nostalgic memories from a gentler time. The new baseline will be allowances before exclusivity, rent paid before marriage, and lifestyle subscriptions just for the privilege of her Snapchat replies. The entitled won't even hide it anymore. They'll have government-backed apps to enforce it. You still have a narrow window right now to lock in your standards, your money, and your self-respect before the rules harden forever. Don't wake up in 2030 broken, and wondering where it all went wrong. Wake up today. Brothers, drop your story in the comments. The shaming, the demands, the moment you saw it clear. Let the next man read it and dodge the blade you already felt. We protect each other now. No more silent statistics. See you in the comments. Stay dangerous.